Hello, Keith here with Math, Fun and Games. Today we're playing PanzerLeader, Situation 10. The goal of this is for the Germans to have to capture this town of Gronseld. So they have to capture this town. They have to do it within a certain number of turns. It's a Situation 10, Operation Market. And September 22nd, 1944, Kampfgruppe Harzer attacks elements of the 1st British Parachute Brigade at Arnhem. The Germans have to control all of the town by the end of turn 5 for a decisive victory. All of the town at the end of turn 7 for a tactical victory. All of the town at the end of turn 8 for a marginal victory. And if the Germans don't control the town by the end of turn 8, at the end of turn 9, it becomes a marginal British victory if the Germans control the town. And the Germans control the town at the end of turn 10. It's a tactical British victory, and it's a decisive British victory if the Axis fails to control the town. So what I did was a little bit unusual. So I'm only putting I put all my defenses in this part of the town right here, north of the river. I put all my defenses north of the river, and then that's hopefully going to force the Axis to come over these bridges in the open right there. And when they come over these bridges right here, right there, I can get some really good shots at them. Now I have 2 anti-tank weapons, and I put my two anti-tank guns right here. So hopefully when the Germans bring in their tanks into this area, over here, into these hexes right here, I'll be able to get some good shots at them. And I also have my engineers. My engineers are here and here, so they can do some counterattacks. So as far as the Germans have a lot of their firepower. Let me show you. So the Germans have a lot of their heavy firepower in these hexes right here. So they're going to send, they have a couple infantry, they're going to send some infantry out over here. So that's where the infantry is going to come out. So as you can see, the Germans have the infantry, and you see those arrows. There's an infantry that's going to come along right there. Let me do this again. Boom. So this infantry that's going to come along here, and it's going to come along over here, and there's another infantry over there, and then hopefully that draws fire, and the reason they're doing that is so they can, because right now these guys are concealed in the town, right? So the whole idea is the infantry comes in, they draw fire, or they get close enough, and they get spotting, and then all the German heavy guns over here are able to fire at these guys over here. Right. Meanwhile, on the other side of the town, you have all this armor over here, right? And then the infantry is going to come over here, right? So the infantry is going to advance first, and then the armor is going to go into these positions right here, while the infantry is going along here, and then hopefully that these guys become spotted over here, and then the armor just fires into that direction right there. So that's the plan. Do some cleanup here. There we go. So that's the plan. All right, so the Germans are going to go first, and the Germans have indirect fire. It's going to be the Germans' indirect fire phase. They don't have anybody spotted yet, so they can't do indirect fire. So no fire, but now we have the movement phase. So this is a chance for the ally units to advance. I mean the Axis units to advance, and they're going to do double time. 1, 2, 1, a quick march actually. 1, 2, and again, the whole purpose of this is to get targets. 1, 2. So all these units are quick march, and I have to check to see if they're disrupted. I'm going from there to there to there to there, and these are just disruption rolls. Disrupted, disrupted. Do I just have 3? Yeah, 3 disruptions. And 1 more. Everybody's so well. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to do. I'm just going to mark. I'm not even going to mark them disrupted because they're not going to. Well, yeah, they could actually do close assault. So I got to mark them with quick march and quick march, and then we're going to go dispersed, dispersed. So they just got tuckered out from running forward. All right, now on the other side, right here, I gotta move the infantry forward into this area right here and get the infantry into the towns. Let's see, I got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay, so now I'm going to move him. I just got to move him right here. My plan was to have him be 2, 2, and 2, but oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to bring forward the tanks. And then next turn I'm going to advance the infantry, and hopefully the tanks will fire at the targets that the infantry uncovers. And it should work perfectly, right? Because everything in war always works perfectly. Not. Okay. And this one I got 1 extra tank over here that I can place. I place them right there. Yeah, I'm going to place that big guy right here. Alright, so that looks like a plan. Now the Allies still haven't fired yet, but they are spotted. So just as a reminder, I'm going to put the little spotting arrows on them. And they're only spotted, because they haven't fired yet, so they're only spotted while somebody's next to them. But alright, so now it's the Allies. Well, okay, are there any other attacks? Are there any other movement for the Germans? Sure. No, because I already moved the... Okay, so that's it for the Germans. And I'm going to clear up the board. I'm going to flip the counter, and we're going to go with the Allied turn. Right here. Okay, so now I can get rid of all these dispersals. Because dispersals are removed at the end of the phase. Hey, little buddy. There's my woof woof. I just got to close the door. All right. Now we have the Allies' turn. Now, the Allies don't have any indirect fire weapons. And do they have any direct fire? No, not... Well... They do have indirect fire weapons, but their indirect fire weapons are better off being used as direct fire weapons at the moment. But they don't have targets on this side. And I don't want to call in any targets on this side yet. Well, yeah, why not? Why not get those mortar units working? Okay. So let's get some funny little mortar counters out so we can start calling in some indirect fire. And I gotta change the color of these, right? So right click, next color, there we go. And I'll make each one of these 3 firepower. Firepower. And this one's going to be 3 firepower. And I got to place these. And I got to list one of these as spotters. I'm going to place one right here. Right there. And I'll place one right here. Do a little rotation on it. Rotate. You know, that's good enough right there. Okay. Yeah, what? Maybe this guy right here. That means you're going to be a spotter. I'm just going to do the nearest unit is automatically going to be the spotter. If there's any blockage on that. Okay, so that's it for the indirect fire phase. For the 2 mortars over here, now I have the direct fire phase. I don't have any direct, well, the Axis infantry have 8 firepower. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, man. But they're not that good on the attack, so I'm going to hold fast. The problem is, right now all my guys are vulnerable to fire from, because they are spotted. So if I can move them around a bit where they're not spotted, they can survive another turn. So that will remove it. So that one will not be spotted now. Remove spotted. I just want to have them survive. It's just a matter of delaying. I'm going to go in here and not be spotted. I want to draw the bad guys forward. Okay, there we go. So I can't get in. I won't have the big guys firing on me next turn. And I think that's it for the allies. Okay, so this goes away because I move this. Well, do I still have my spotter? I still have, technically I have my, this one doesn't have my spotter, so I have to change it. That one lost its spotter right here. Yeah, that one also lost its spotter. So that's just going to be subject to drift. I'll have to make a drift roll next turn. Alright, I think that's it for the Allies' turn. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Alright. What I was trying to do there is I just want to, I want to avoid the fire from these units right here. Right? I want to avoid the fire from the heavy guns, even these right here. And if they don't have targets, if they don't have units that are spotted, they can't fire. Now, eventually, they're going to have targets, and I'm going to have fire from the units you already see and the units that are down here in the south town. Because really, it's a small town, so, but I want to hold off as long as I can because this is a matter of timing. You know, because if the Allies can hold out until, let me clear that. If the Allies can hold out till turn 9 and hold to turn 9, they get a victory. So I have to hold out for 8 more turns and have at least one unit survive for 8 more turns. So it's going to be interesting. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'll have a good day. Bye-bye.